Hi, it's Tuesday, the 11th of May, 2021. We are doing a Cryptid Chronicles show like we will be doing every week until I get bored of this, or everyone gets bored of this and walks away, where we play one-shots, building up a world where cryptids exist and sometimes come to the human world, and we are playing Stewpot Tales from a Fantasy Tavern, which is a set of tabletop RPG minigames about adventurers who retire from adventuring life to open a tavern. Joining me on this new intrepid business venture is Eve, who is going to be drawing some pictures, some pretty pictures, I assume. Daryl, who we've established doesn't understand fungible currency but does understand how the barter system works. Esty. Okay. Well, it's probably it's pretty good that a guy that doesn't understand money is no longer in charge of accounting. I am your patient and tolerant host. Really? You think I'm not patient? I'm not tolerant? Yeah, that is fair. I am your patient but intolerant host. Wow, SD, I thought that question was addressed at the stream until you got to the end of. I was like, wow, what a. Oh, there's going to be an audio problem on the stream.
Hi.
Wunderbar.
Do you ever play the Shrouded Isle, Duncan?
That's the cult game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
I started playing that.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Apparently, the Carly Rae Jepsen one takes inspiration from that. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, that game's got good aesthetics.
Okay. I only played like a bit of it on my crazy like play 52 games a year death march, so I haven't been able to go back to it.
I see.
Anyway, we're playing Stewpot, and we have a lot more NPCs than before. The Discord thing I didn't set up properly, so I will do that.
Oh, Miss Lid says, yeah, I can hear you.
She can't hear?
She said, yeah, I can.
Okay. Yeah, it
That's way better.
it broke for a hot second. Full disclosure, I changed the motherboard in my computer over the weekend,
Whoa.
and some stuff is different from how it was before, including occasionally Windows is like, hey, you should install
Someone's
Windows
boyfriend,
10.
not naming names, decided that he needed to upgrade because his video game wouldn't run at full capacity.
Oh, that.
Tell your boyfriend to stop.
I said I wasn't naming names.
my boyfriend's sway over Duncan's computer.
Yeah.
It's true.
My boyfriend's got a lot of leverage over Duncan.
Alright, and then I can do this.
It's true. Apparently, Duncan's gonna upgrade his to Windows 10 finally.
Because
what are you running on?
every like fucking 20 minutes Windows pops up a dialog box that is like, "Oh, sure if Windows is gonna run properly with this processor." I'm like, dude, I fucking know.
Hey,
Alright?
don't worry. Now you can replace that with being assaulted by updates every couple days.
Oh my god, fuck off. Anyway, let's go into this lovely fantasy world that doesn't contain Windows 10 updates or other bullshit that just
Not until we make it.
oh my god.
We're gonna run Windows 10 entirely on runes.
Yeah.
Runes 10. So last time, the main thing I remember from last time. Actually, we'll very quickly go over characters first, and then get into last time. So your not patient, but whatever the other thing I was, host.
No, you're patient but not tolerant.
Okay, I'm patient but not tolerant. I'm playing F sharp, big muscle girl with mechanically cranked Octobass that takes a lot of effort to play, that she uses to hypnotize cryptids when she was a cryptid hunter before she retired to become front of house / bartender. She was a bard. She is now an apothecary and is growing mega weed with Taro. Esty, tell us about Taro.
Taro is a demon girl druid that was in F Sharp's little cryptid hunting party after stumbling across her. She doesn't generally like people, but grew to like him. So when she decided to open the bar, she was like, "I'll just cook. I don't trust any of you guys to handle the vegetables right."
That's probably like a good intuition given the rest of us. Eva's playing Ink.
Ink
sorry. Taro, what your adventure job and your town job?
Oh yeah, my adventure job was druid, and my town job is the chef.
Yeah. So Eve, you are Ink.
Ink is a catboy who was a rogue and is trying to be a merchant. He's okay at it. He was probably not in the group, but probably found them like towards the end of their. He's probably kind of new to the group.
Okay. And then Daryl is playing Friendly.
Yeah, Friendly is a storied immortal ghost, mischievous and down to earth. Mainly handles front of house and odds and ends. Was, of course, a wizard a long time ago, depending on your definition, and now mainly concerned with farming plants, poisonous berries, etc.
Every time I look at your sheet, I love the fact that the look is exceedingly incorporeal. Like, more incorporeal than regular. Excessively so. Last week, we upgraded our tavern and hired new help. We did a cool thing where we interviewed people to hire for the job, which was a hero, a protagonist who is very good at cutting onions, who we did not hire. We didn't hire Petal, a very cute cat girl who purrs at people to calm them down. We did not hire Widget and Forkhazel, halfling twins who finish each other's tasks and sentences. But we did hire Jarek Toughfist, big burly cowman, Minotaur, however you guys say it, who makes tea and doesn't appreciate our Minotaur China shop jokes. I don't think actually anyone in this group would make that kind of joke. Like,
no.
Friendly
Ink
is
wouldn't.
on.
Ink probably wouldn't even understand what the joke is supposed to be.
Yeah, F Sharp's too like kind and big sisterly, and Friendly's pranking is on like a whole different level.
There's actually a lot of minotaurs that can navigate a china shop very easily.
There's a very good game made by Blurst called Minotaur China Shop, where you do play as a Minotaur who owns a china shop, and basically the whole game is like very carefully recovering things and trying to hand them over to people without smashing everything in your shop. It's pretty fun.
I see.
That's great.
What else happened last week? When Hero came in to interview, they talked about their murdered parents, so F Sharp left for a while to go investigate, came back shaken up, and Jarek made them some tea.
Good old Jarek.
We did the festival day. We passed the festival day, right? That's how we got one of our upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did
That's where we got good old Jarek.
we did a wear and tear, and upgraded our cuisine as well from homegrown. I think that was last week. And there was something else, but I don't remember what it was. Class of the Gods. Anyway, we've got a little bit to go. I think that unless you guys are opposed to it tonight, regardless of where we are with adventure experience, we should play in the rhythm of things and wrap up at the end of today to move on to another game, unless everyone wants to keep playing this.
Sure, I'm good with whatever.
Acceptable.
It's also partially because after this is done, I've got to sit down and edit stuff, and I don't want even more material to edit. Going back through and editing out all the bits before where Daryl couldn't work out what to put in a description box was already painful enough for me.
Oh, no. I'm sorry I inflicted that on you.
Are you, though?
Yes. It may not be the last time, though.
Like, I don't think you understand. Let's just move on. So, who is supposed to be picking our next game? I've completely lost track. Who wants to pick our next game? I guess is probably a more important question. You can look on the list to see what's left, which is a friendly tavern brawl, market day, a bard's tale, a distinguished guest, which I nearly misread as a distinguished ghost. And that's it. Actually, we have these 3 games left.
Can you only play? I guess you.
We can play another game again if somebody else has a cool idea for playing an existing game again. Then
we have 4 days, right? Because there's market day too. It's just not written down.
And we did slice twice anyway.
We did slice twice.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. Sorry, there's market day, tavern brawl, bard's tale, distinguished guest. So there's 4 games left that we haven't played. Or as previously stated, we could replay something that we already played before. I don't mind. I say I don't mind. I would prefer if we're going to do something we've done before that somebody has like a cool concept for it, right? Cooler than having me romance Legolas again.
Once was fine, thank you.
You got enough material for your fan fiction?
Yeah.
Cool.
Legolas's affections are not for sale.
Exactly. not for sexual.
I think Legolas should give his affections up for enough experience points.
I want to do tavern brawl whenever it's my turn because that just sounds fun.
Okay.
We can do it now if you want.
Let's just get into it. Let me just check on Restream that everything is good. Everything looks good. Tavern brawl. Every tavern has its rowdy patrons. You know they're good at heart, but sometimes when the ale is flowing and the spirits are high, things get a little out of hand. How do you handle the situation? Brawlers. Sorry, setup. 1 or more players are the brawlers. They can be player characters or NPCs. What is the disagreement that caused the first punch to be thrown? De-escalators. This can be one, but usually be several player characters. What made you get involved? Who was the first to intervene? I'm going to have to look at our spreadsheet a little bit because we have a big cast of NPCs.
Yeah, and I want to figure out which ones would most likely get into a fight.
Planderon's in a fight.
Nah, there's no way. Blanderon would not be in a fight. He would be hiding under a table.
Blanderon rolls up like, I know Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
If Blanderon's British, he's the guy who stood to the side being like, it's not worth it, mate. It's not worth it.
But I could see Legolas causing a fight.
I want a fight involving God, Fidgewidget and
For
I've
Kezel.
already sorry?
For Kezel.
Forghezel, yes. That'd be good shit.
You want like those two fighting?
Tag team. Well, not necessarily the two. I mean, that'd be
Oh.
interesting too.
Like a
but
tag team
tag team
fight with
attack.
them.
Yeah.
I can see them being in the brawl. I can't see them starting the brawl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could definitely be, like trying to like like put it. Ooh, maybe it's like no, because then it's just like Daryl talking to himself. Because I'm like the character of hero, like trying to be like an actual hero with Bloodless being like, you should join my party. And then I'm like, no, this is.
Can I?
Also, I don't want Hero to be an actual hero. The whole gag is that he's like super fit to be the chosen one, and he's like.
Okay. I just figured him being like go away and like somebody getting upset.
I want to cook steaks or something.
Can I frame something in that stretches the definition of brawl, but would be very funny?
I
Yes.
trust your judgment.
You guys ever seen the movie Mouse Hunt? See how we have
Yeah.
an NPC on this list called Ink's Buddy Rat?
No, you leave Rat alone.
No, I'm thinking like a Ratatouille situation where they're like, "There's a rat in the tavern. We have to capture it," and the people who run the tavern are like, "No, no, 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 no. This is
Okay.
Rat is friend. Don't hurt Rat." I just like it 'cause it frames like
Small
why
thing runs for very large thing.
why shit would kick off without having to have somebody who is intentionally like
you're cutting out pretty bad, I think.
It might be
We
us.
are,
us?
not for me.
on
We're having a ping moment here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
okay.
That was exciting.
One moment.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's my pitch for a brawler. Is somebody is scruffy, and the other people who are brawling are like, "Gotta catch that rat."
But who would want to catch the rat? Would that be Figgies, Duncan?
I pick these character names and it's just ruining everyone.
Fidge Widget and
You can call them Fidge and Fog. There you go.
Fog?
Fog.
Oh.
Fudge and Fork.
I just imagine Blegless being like, "Fear not, I know nature tongue. I will speak to the rat and convince it to come to me."
I like it.
No, of course, even though we have someone working here, but someone already can talk to animals, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's inevitably embarrassing.
I can talk to animals.
Legolas just like running around being like cheep 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 cheep.
So who is going to be? I mean, I guess I can be Scruffy and I can be Fidge and Fog.
I mean, Scruffy's just a rat running around.
Yes, but somebody has to talk about the things Scruffy's doing. Right? They're 50% of this brawl, technically.
Everyone, I think anybody who decides to react can describe how Scruffy reacts back.
Okay.
So technically everyone would kind of be doing it.
So who is going to be a de-escalator?
So I don't think Ink will be a de-escalator, but he'll be like trying to protect. He's like the one who's like panicking and trying to like stop people from. But like I think he's making it worse because he's panicking.
I mean, like I guess catching the rat doesn't count as de-escalating.
No, we just need to pick who in this scene is going to be a de-escalator.
So by de-escalate, do we specifically mean like prevent people from hunting the rat?
Trying to break up the fight.
If we don't, if we end up not figuring it out good enough, I figured a fist fight of like Legolas attacking the Minotaur would be funny, just because of him remembering attacking the Minotaurs in Monster of the Week.
So my only pitch for the situation is that I would go back to being F sharp because they would be the de-escalator in this situation. And somebody else would have to be the halflings. which is
Yeah.
fine with me. I literally just like pulled them out of my brain in like 2
No,
minutes.
I'm not confident in being the annoying half.
The 10,000 wings of Maelstrom. We could also just like make up 2 NPCs that are beating the shit out of each other.
But yeah, the important thing is we get this commitment up front about who is trying to fight and who is trying to not fight. It sounds like Eve is going to be trying to stop the fight,
Yeah.
but like badly.
In a chaotic way.
I'm going to say Blegless would definitely be hunting a rat for
Oh,
sure.
okay. So
No
we're gonna do
doubt.
that.
So Esty, are you gonna be a brawler or a de-escalator? Like, I don't see Taro being the de-escalator. Taro is the person who waits in the back and then, you know, cleans up the blood, gives people their
Yeah.
limbs back. Maybe.
Shit. Yeah, I don't see Taro being like one of the de-escalators unless it's like everything just like fails and it's just like what the fuck.
Okay, so then I'm gonna have to be F sharp so that we actually have a de-escalator in this scene who is like, I don't think this scene's gonna be fun if it's just Ink having having a really bad day.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. So Esty and Esty and Daryl are brawlers, and me and Eve are de-escalators. What made you get involved? Who was the first to intervene for the de-escalators? Oh, hang on, sorry. Brawlers. What is the disagreement that caused the first punch to be thrown? I think we've established that, which is there's a rat in this tavern.
No, he's friend.
Blegless is very well aware that rat hunting is a cornerstone of questing. It is one of the fundamental parts of questing.
You don't think Blegless thinks he's above like a level 1 quest at this point?
Blegless would, quote unquote, never turn down an opportunity to help. Even though he absolutely would.
Okay.
But you know, he maintains the aesthetics of never turning down an opportunity to, quote unquote, help.
De-escalators, what made you get involved? Who was the first to intervene? Eve, I assume you were like Rat is friend, and that is why Ink is like...
So I don't think Ink really understands how, or like knows how to verbalize this. He's more like chasing Blegolas and being like, no, but not like being like, no, he's a friend or anything. He's just because he doesn't really know how to talk to Blegolas because he's a little nervous boy.
I think like for F sharp, she lets this ride a little bit until it starts getting rowdy. Until like it looks like furniture's getting damaged and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for flavor, naturally. I mean, Legolas would take any opportunity to slide across a table or counter, knocking shit everywhere. Like anytime that rat goes near a table, Legolas is diving over that shit.
For like context, it's more like F sharp's trying to give Ink an opportunity to de-escalate this like to try and de-escalate this themselves before they like start fucking around. So I want to establish Ink. Ink would probably be the first person to intervene, and F sharp's kind of hanging back. Okay, breaking up the fight. De-escalators follow the steps to stop the fight. Brawlers respond appropriately. At least one experience should be used during one of the steps. 1. The approach. De-escalators. The first thing you need to do is interrupt the fight. How do you draw their attention? Eve?
Yeah, I'm not a de-escalator. I was part of this, remember?
I thought you are a de-escalator. You're just doing a bad job of de-escalating.
Okay, sorry. So, what am I doing specifically?
The first thing you need to do is interrupt the fight. How do you draw their attention?
So that's I don't think Ink would know how to. He would just like kind of follow Legolas around, wordlessly being like trying to think of something to say, but not really know what to say. So I don't really think he does get Legolas's attention.
Okay, so you just does Legolas? You were talking about him sliding like over furniture, under furniture, over furniture.
You know, general obnoxious acrobatics that break a lot of shit.
So, hang on. The halflings are here as well, right? Are we doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, supposedly they're here, yeah.
So, what are they doing? I cannot be a brawler against myself.
That's true.
Halflings. Oh god.
Because like they're trying to get the rat too, right?
I don't know. I just perhaps imagine them like catapulting one or the other of themselves like at the rat.
They're like scurrying under
like,
tables after it and
throwing each other like speedball style. Fastball special.
They're like knocking chairs over and like hitting tables shit too, trying to like get to the rat. And it's just terrifying because at the same time, so it's like Bleg's going over the table, knocking shit everywhere, and they're just scurrying underneath.
You remember that part from Heavy Rain where like you're chasing the guy and you can like try to jump over the shit, but if you fuck it up, it's like knocking shit over all the time. It's kind of like that. Knocking over boxes of oranges.
So Legolas, the way I get your attention is you're sliding along the top of like a long table, and as you get like halfway down the table, the end of the table just starts to lift up, because F Sharp is picking up the end of the table to arrest Legolas's progress.
Ooh.
It's like tilting it upwards so that you come to a stop at the end.
I mean, naturally, Legolas, following the spirit of the hunt, would reach up towards the end of the table that's foisted up in the air and pull himself over and keep running.
Ink would scurry up over him, or like over the table after him.
This is so awful. Like F Sharp just tries to get in the way, and like everyone else just tumbles past and around them.
Yeah.
It says here, what do you say that you shouldn't have for the brawlers?
What shouldn't Legolas say? Oh, what? Oh wait. Give me a sec.
I don't know how like the like two little halfling twins would what they'd say to like not take back about a rat.
No, they would 100% just start being rude to F Sharp.
Oh, okay.
They would just start like poking fun at her and stuff.
Oh, okay. So like, so not only insulting, you can't even stop like a middle-aged man running over your table, but now you have an infestation in your
middle-aged human.
Yeah.
Who thinks he's a elf?
Human. I have seen no humans. Fear not, if the vermin finds its way into the cloakroom. I've been in there many times. I mean, no.
Well, that is something you shouldn't have said. Like, you've been in where, Legolas?
I go between my room and the bar and nowhere else. I've done no snooping or stealing. Fear not.
Fear not.
All right. The separation, de-escalators. How do you put space between the brawlers? Is there something else you can get them to focus on? I mean, definitely, like, at this point, fucking F Sharp is looming over Legolas, like...
Oh man, is it callback time? I wonder if we're gonna do the callback.
Hang on, which callback?
Which callback?
Oh, I'm just thinking about a particular Legolas secret technique.
I mean, if we get there, we get there. I'm trying to make.
I can. Would it make sense to use a? Oh no, those are.
Oh yeah, I should look at my
Oh yeah, right. We're supposed to use
abilities.
Yeah.
I'd completely forgotten because I was thinking about my character too much and not the game enough. Oh man, no, none of these are except for my pipe leaf, which I don't think is appropriate right now.
That's fucking funny. Oh boy.
Could Ink challenge Blegolas to a lockpicking contest? I don't know how he would like bring it up, or if Blegolas would even pay attention to him. Cause like, I don't know if he would. Like, I'm sure the best way to do it would just be to blurt out like, I challenge you because you're bad at it. But I don't think Ink would do that.
So you know what I picture? I picture at some point Legolas has like already like loudly, proudly stated that he would never turn down a challenge between rogues, and like you just think of that, and you're just like lockpicking contest.
No, but I still don't think he would like, because he's not like a. I don't want to say he's dumb because he's not stupid, but he's like he wouldn't think to trick somebody into doing his basically what he wants to do is to trick Legolas into stopping hunting his friend, but like I don't think he really knows how to go about doing something like that. Like he's not good at.
Okay, here's I can frame this a little bit. I think, which is the F sharp. The F sharp is like the door to the cloakroom is locked. How have you been in and out of through a locked door, Legolas? And then when Ink gets involved in the conversation, she's like laying down that runway. Of like, I don't know how you organically get there. Of like, Ink manages to get in that room when they don't even have the keys. I don't know.
Yeah, so I guess Ink could point out that because Blegolas has made a comment that he doesn't need any more rogues, so they know he's a rogue. So Ink could bring up that he's a rogue, like, oh, isn't he a rogue? Maybe he picked the lock. I don't really know how that like challenges him or like begins the conversation, but I'm just trying to like stay in Inky character.
Yeah. There's a very specific set of leverages that work against Legolas like all the time, but I don't know how willing you'd be to use them.
I don't know how willing Ink would be to use.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Trying to think. What would Ink do? Because he would want to protect his buddy. But
I have a suggestion because it sounded like you were trying to use nimble fingers, right?
Yeah.
That implies you're good at taking people's stuff.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you just lift something from Blegolas. Be like, got your nose.
Got your ear.
Got one of your ears. You're lopsided now.
Yeah. No. What is something that would bug Blegolas? I guess
the ear suggestion is a very good one.
Sure then. I will use my nimble fingers to snatch Blegolas's ear as he tumbles around chasing Scruffy.
The janitor?
Scruffles, I think.
Okay, this sets me up perfectly now because as F sharp, I no longer have to deal with Legolas. So I catch up with the halflings and basically suggest that we go take a smoke around back. I distract them with pipe leaf.
Nice.
Because
Like,
I'm not racist about halflings.
Blegolas, feeling that he has been brutally wounded by this rat somehow, retreats screaming back to his screaming and crying back to his room.
Ink is very shocked and confused. He just like looks at the weird ear, not even sure what it is.
How he got it.
Yeah, he's just like, I was what? But he's very happy that Scruffles is safe.
All right, the talk down. How do you ensure the fight won't break out again tonight for the de-escalators?
I'm gonna bring Scruffles into my room and make sure he does not come out. I'm gonna protect my little babby.
Okay, I was gonna try and get somebody to make Scruffles a hat or
What?
something, so they look like they belong here. So they look like they're
Oh.
supposed to be here.
Hard
They're not
hat.
just like a rat. They're like, I don't say like a tavern employee because that's super weird. But
Like a mascot.
yes,
Or a mask rat. A rascot.
a rat Scott.
Yeah. Little boat earrings.
Brawlers. How are you feeling? What almost makes you start up the fight again?
I mean, naturally, Blegolas is having one of his trademark crises. What what would almost make him start up the fight again is probably much later being upset that his quest remains uncompleted and stalking around trying to eliminate the rat when no one notices.
Does Blegolas try and get that ear back?
Yeah, well, he definitely would, but he also has no idea where it went. He thinks that the rat bit his ear off or wasn't looking.
Maybe it's
And like, naturally, most of Blegolas isn't like, oh, I lost my ear prosthetic. He's like, oh no, my glorious elf ear has been wounded.
My actual real ear.
Is it just like a few days later there's like a very gentle knock on your room door and F Sharp has brought your ear back for you?
that interaction would be very
There's-
much like Blegolas opening the door and being like, give me that, and just like you can't see me like this.
I'm hideous.
Is this mascara running? He's just been like crying for 3 days.
Sorry.
Standard Blegolas breakdown.
I scared the shit out of our porch cat, and he requested to come in immediately because of my laughter. I'm sorry, honey.
The aftermath. Everyone has picked off the floor and dusted together onto the aftermath questions. Were any of the player characters hurt? If yes, how do you help each other recover? Which I think we answered. Right?
Yeah, it seems so. Yeah.
Was there significant damage to the tavern? If so, what is it going to take to fix it? I mean, I think service
The
is
tables.
the service is
Yeah,
done for the night, right?
Definitely.
I'm going to say that Legolas has broken a decent amount of glassware, and the table that was lifted up may also have suffered damages as well.
Oh, that's yeah, that for sure. So yeah, its service is done for the night, and we clean and we open the next day, and some people are grumpy about it.
Yeah, it was not good for service, certainly.
How do you deal with the brawlers? Are they banned? Do they need to pay a fine? Oh, this is.
I could almost see this being like a all right, Legolas, we need you to retrieve a valuable relic from outside of town, and then we need you to hold on to it for a week, all right? And don't come back for a while.
I was thinking more like, we have a new quest for you. You have to work off your fucking debt.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm almost thinking it's like we have like a little book behind the table at the tavern now, and we take on people's like small tasks that they need done, and we get Blegolas to do them to work off his
Oh,
debt.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's
We just
damaging
frame it
all
as quests.
yes.
Just get him to do stuff that gets him out of the tavern during the day.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't about getting rid of you. This is about like getting you to contribute to all the damage that you've done. Like people pay us, and we keep that money, and you do the work.
That's probably also helping out with the money you owe from staying for free.
Maybe we get Ink to make you some like special tavern tokens or something. Some redeemable tavern tokens.
Oh, Ink would totally
no,
be all about that.
Legolas would fully construct a narrative for himself here where like he's doing incredibly important work that none of you are capable of handling on your own.
I love it.
Like going around town picking up garbage and shit. It's just...
I don't know what happens with the halflings. I feel like I'm like F Sharp's salty with them, but
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if she's salty enough to ban them. There's probably more of a warning of like, if you come in here and you do this shit again, then you are not coming. We're gonna ban you for a while.
Nah, we're going to ban one of you, but not the other.
Alternative, you're never allowed in here at the same time.
That would fuck with them.
Yeah.
Alright, so me and Eve need to... Oh wait, I don't need to do a thing because I use Pipe Leaf, which is a town experience, but Eve, you used a adventure experience. So
I get a town experience?
yes, and then you need to give a small, like, few sentence scene or whatever describing how you gained your town experience. It doesn't have to be related to what we just did, but it can be if you like.
I'm gonna take Trader, and it's gonna be stealing Legolas's ear and realizing how like panicked and upset he was. Gives Ink the idea that, oh hey, some people really care about super mundane bullshit, so maybe I can start like selling, like being able to take smaller things that normally people don't give a shit about and sell them for more.
All right. So friendly Ink and me.
Can you describe what the bard like thing entails?
6, 7, 8, 9. Do we need to do wear and tear now?
Oh, do we?
I think so. I counted the number of
Okay.
minigames and it's 9. So I think it's wear and tear next. Sorry, what was the thing about the bard that you wanted to know?
Like how it plays out. Like, what's the point? Like, what are you?
What?
Like, what's the actual game of bard?
Bard's Tale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, a bard's tale. Sorry, I was confused because bard's my class. I thought you were
Yeah,
asking about my character and not the minigame.
No.
Bard's tale. Good, it's not in the friggin' index. A bard's tale. Here we go. One player is a bard, another is an adventurer. The adventurer should be a player, character, and named NPC. You answer some questions about the. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go through this. So, to start, answer these questions first. Adventurer, what detail of the story makes you realize that this tale or song is about you? Bard, how did you... Okay. I'm going to start from the beginning. A bard's tale. During your time as adventurer, you accomplished many daring deeds. In fact, some of these deeds are retold by traveling bards. One player is a bard, another is the adventurer. The adventurer should be a player character or named NPC. The bard may be a player character or any NPC. To start, answer these questions. First, adventurer, what detail of the story makes you realize this tale or song is about you, bard? How did you learn this tale? Is it directly from the mouth of an eyewitness, another bard? Did you piece the story together from multiple versions? Take turns. Each player should take 2 or 3 depending on the story. The bard uses prompts from telling a tale, the adventurer using prompts from interruptions. So I assume one person is the bard who is telling a story about something the adventurer did in their adventuring days.
Yeah.
And then the adventurer is interrupting them and being like, wait, no, it didn't go that way. What part of the story do you forcibly take over because you'd hate to hear it told wrong? What part of the story do you find yourself unconsciously word for word in sync with the bard? What part of this tale is your least favourite? What chance do you take to spin the tale even taller are like the adventurer interruptions? And then the telling the tale prompts are like, what is the most popular part of the story that everyone agrees upon? Adventurer, is this part actually correct? What dramatic flourish have you added to please the audience? How long ago did the events of the tale take place? Adventurer, when did they actually take place? What part of the story is a guaranteed tearjerker?
Okay.
And then you do you answer some questions to conclude the tale. Or answer a couple of questions, yeah. Is that the game you want to do, or you want to do something else? Now you know how that works.
I do want to do that game, but I was like picturing not a bard that didn't actually speak. It was gonna be like like a hymn, like where you can't really. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
so
know.
like musical and no lyrics?
Kind of like the lyrics would be kind of like singing without words, just like a ha ha kind of thing. But if I require the bard to speak, then what I wanted to do can't. So I'll have to come up with a different bard.
We're all working when we hear the bard go ha 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 ha.
My only suggestion, if you want to do that, because I think it's a really cool idea for it to be like the thing being told is like a choir of voices or
It's
whatever.
just a single voice. Basically, see what I'm drawing? It was gonna be a mushroom guy. It was like 2 like kind of combined, and one of them would be like making, because they don't speak, but one could like make singing sounds, and the other one would be playing an instrument. But
so here's my pitch for that is that there is an NPC who is interpreting the song and explaining it to people.
Yeah, we could do that.
If you want. I mean, it's your game, so.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty hype about creating the mushroom bard.
Or okay, how about this? This is the most extra thing is they don't talk, but they release spores, so you see pictures in your head.
Ooh.
And it's like the combination of the spores and the music make you visualize stuff.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Just a drug mule.
So fucking F Sharp's got super hard into drugs this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like got your Amsterdam cafe going on.
The calming pipe.
So Eve, are you wanting to be the bard then?
Yeah.
Okay. Who?
But do we need to do wear and tear first?
Yes, we should do wear and tear first. Maybe. We'll need to pick a rating 2 increase.
What are the options again?
Cuisine. Her wear and tear. Tavern. Cuisine. We currently have a modest kitchen, a couple of ovens, a regular supply of a few essentials, a few bottles of the good stuff, which is specifically the poisonberry wine. Atmosphere, which is currently 2, which is canvas cots, freshly painted walls, clean windows, and we have staff, which is 2, an experienced line cook, good wait staff, which is Jarek, Stonefist, Toughfist.
Toughfist, yeah. Good old Jarek.
I'm thinking atmosphere.
Ooh.
Sure,
Yeah.
I'm good with whatever.
Yeah, I'm atmospheres. I like that. That's fun.
I'm thinking atmosphere after we cleaned up after that big fight. It's like,
Oh, that makes sense.
you know, whilst
Time to upgrade.
we're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
this, like instead of trying to fucking clean all these gross stains out of this table, let's just get rid of the table and put nicer tables in.
Yeah, new glassware, new tables and shit.
Or I
yeah.
guess we wouldn't get rid of the tables. We'd like resurface them completely or something.
A more labyrinthine layout.
Yes. So, yeah, atmosphere now is 3 serviceable mattresses, beautiful artwork, abundant light, which we don't have abundant light because it's dimly lit. We established this.
Abundant light is
But
gross.
it's dimly lit in an abundant way.
Yes.
It's aesthetically dimly lit.
There's just really bright lights on the little boats dangling underneath, but the main area is just dim for friendly.
Would you say that this light is beautifully spooky or spookily beautiful?
Spookily beautiful, certainly. That's an easy one.
All right. So for wear and tear, anyone can play as a group. Decide which parts of the tavern need fixing and touching up. What the new features of the tavern are. Take turns describing what work you are doing on the tavern. Choose one of the following prompts to get started, or come up with your own. Everyone should pick one. Ask another player character for help. Describe how you combine your experiences to great effect. As you're working, observe a townsperson or another player character. Describe what you learn from your observations. You are completely in your element. Describe how, with one of your experiences, you work so efficiently that the work is done early, or you come up with the perfect food or drink to give everyone some energy. What is it? What is the secret ingredient?
Ink watches F sharp and realizes, damn, she's strong.
That's good because F sharp's the you observe a town person or other player character. Is F sharp is helping the person who's resurfacing the tables.
Nice.
We've like got a carpenter in, and they're like helping with the work and trying to like pick up some stuff here and there.
Yeah. Ink knew that they were strong, but like never really thought about it until this point. That is Ink's contribution. He watched this time.
Taro and friendly. You can elect not to play if you don't want. It says anyone can play.
No, I'm going to say that friendly, holding a lifelong hatred for substandard pillows, has worked some prestidigitation and is converting small poisonous berries into extremely comfortable pillows and replacing every single one in the tavern. None shall suffer a straw caught. In a way, they're like theme pillows.
Themed to the town, or because it's definitely not a nautical theme.
We keep trying to get
the tree, not a boat.
The rest of us keep trying to get people to stop using the incredibly comfortable poisonous berry pillows, and they just keep asking for them back.
Like, I noticed you replaced the pillow with a really comfortable pillow with one that wasn't as comfortable. Can I get that old pillow again? It's like,
oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. You have seemed to have unticked the wrong thing at some point, friendly.
What?
Because you've unticked one of your adventure experiences, like you don't own it on your character sheet.
Oh, I thought they went away and turned into...
Yeah, you tick your used box for your thing.
Yeah, on the other side.
Used box.
Oh. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, Taro.
I'm like, I want to figure out how to like... I want to do... Yeah, because I want to use one of my adventure job abilities. So I want to say that, like, completely redoes all the walls, because it was saying, beautiful artwork, and I wanted to have, like, just the walls are just covered in ivy and flowers and just, like, nice
like
green.
mossy things.
Yeah, just, like, use that, and, yeah, I was gonna say, like, maybe understand plants and animals, so, like, it's because of the whole fiasco, wants to make it safer for like for Scruffy. So it's just like much more accessible along the wall, so it can like hide into the
I
plant.
like it.
Yeah.
I like that our whole thing is just like becoming more green and growing because we have the homegrown barge with the ladder that's made out of vines. Or it's like reinforced with vines now.
Yeah.
And now that's up into the boat itself. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I'd eat here now. I get food here. Probably wouldn't sleep on the
Brunch.
pillows, but
I don't know. Once you feel how comfy they are.
Yeah. The fact they're made out of poisonous berries is a little off-putting.
I think if permissible, I'm gonna go ahead and convert my prestidigitation into preservation, the farmer move.
Okay. How does your preservation come about?
Well, through the advantages of having lots of time and not being able to die, Friendly has discovered that there are ways to microdose foods and vegetables with the juice from the poisonous berries to make them last longer and taste better. If you do it too much, it kills people. But if you do just the right dose, it's very pleasant. It gives it a nice tang.
I noticed Friendly's very obsessed with these poisonous berries.
He may try to use them for as much as he can for the next 100 years or so. Something to do.
Is Friendly autistic?
Oh my god.
No, I don't.
Friendly,
think so.
Friendly seems autistic to me.
Friendly just really likes things that are mundane. Big and complicated.
Taro, you used an adventurer job. What's your new town experience and how?
Yeah. I want to do parts unknown. Yeah. Appreciate different foods and how to prepare them.
Nice. How does that? How do you become skilled in parts unknown?
I just figured that I get a better understanding of all the like exotic food we've been bringing from monster parts, and just like using more of that and getting a better understanding from all the stuff we bring back.
Oh, you just like
She has been tasting everybody else when they cook the weird shit.
yeah. You're just like, oh, we have all these weird leftover parts from all the weird monster meals we've been cooking. Yeah. Do we start some sort of like cool after hours meal club?
I like it.
It's like you come in and you try fucking Taro's secret dish that they've been working on.
Yeah, got like an exotic like nighttime set menu.
Yes.
So honestly, when I originally had like pitched the idea of the journal, I was literally just gonna have a journal of Taro writing different foods from all the animals we get to like make like a nice spread for everybody at the end of the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add another journal page for F Sharp, one that's not crab hunting. I kind of want to do like F Sharp's tips for hunting all the monsters.
Yeah, it could be like a group thing. I wanted to have like it all sorted by we can discuss this later.
Yes.
Salt golem tip. Don't be emotionally sensitive, otherwise it will make you cry.
Oh, by the way, speaking of things we should discuss later, our tavern still doesn't have a name. So we should come up with that before we play the last game in the game.
How about a bigger boat?
I'm on a boat.
SS Titanic 2.
Ooh, how about seaworthy? That's nice and ironic.
I kind of like that actually.
Welcome to the Seaworthy restaurant, where everything's up in the air.
We could just okay. Here's my suggestion for the tavern's name: is it's just called like Neptune's Pride or something, because that's the name that was written on the ship.
Okay.
Like we never named the tavern, so everyone just started calling it by the name that was on the ship, which is Neptune's Pride.
Sure.
Good shit.
I like it when you see boats that just have like like absurd numbers next to their name, like the Pursuer 7.
And you're like, what happened to the Pursuer 1 through 6?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What have you done, sir?
All right. So we on to Eve's minigame now, the Bard's Tale.
Yeah.
Who is playing the adventurer in the Bard's Tale?
It clearly can't be ink.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd probably be weird.
I don't want to drop SD in it if she doesn't want to, but I would like to see Taro here because Taro is the character I have the least vision of their like adventuring days.
Okay.
Like I feel like Friendly has always done the shit Friendly has always done.
Well, presumably Friendly was alive at some point, but yeah.
But assumingly none of us knew Friendly when they were alive. We only knew them when they were exceedingly immaterial.
Yeah.
And Ink came to work here after we were adventuring, so Taro is.
But
a
I
character.
can't ink myself.
Yeah.
You blew yourself.
Yeah.
Blew my...
Thanks, Tobias. So that's what I'm interested in. If you are good to do that, to be nominated. Okay. So, Bard's Tale. Set up. Eve's the Bard.
Yeah.
SD is Taro. Oh god, the adventure should be a player character or named NPC. Blander on the adventure.
That's totally me. The time I tasted the time I tasted paprika.
It'd be so sick if Blanderon actually has like fucking crazy adventuring stories.
Secretly he's like the main character from the Shadow of Mordor games.
I was gonna be like, yeah, I actually killed every single last orc. There's none of them left. It was me.
The way I see Blanderon is it's more like when you have an anime that's about something really mundane, like in Asobi Asabase or Tononaki Master of Wasting Time, where they're just like playing chess, but it's all really over dramatized. That's what a song about Blanderon. It'd be like the song of Blanderon going to Starbucks to get a coffee. But it would be like really over dramatized.
Blanderon's struggle against the second lunch.
To start, anyway, the adventurer is Taro. To start, answer these questions. Adventurer, what detail of the story makes you realize that this tale or song is about you?
Oh shit.
And I guess we should probably frame where this is. Do they come? Does the bard come into the tavern? Is this?
I want to say they came into the tavern.
Okay.
Sometimes we don't like. Sometimes F Sharp's too busy, so we get a moonlighter.
Just rolls in, starts spraying spores all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I doubt it. Like F Sharp's outside and finds them and is like, come in and play for the tavern.
Yeah.
That I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, Taro. What detail of the story makes you realize this tale or song is about you?
Shit, I'm trying to think. So like at the end of back. Oh my god, stop. I'm just trying to think of like a bard's song that would like.
What's the thing Taro has done?
Yeah, I want to say like maybe just because it starts like describing specifically like the appearance, since she's like covered in like
Tattoos?
markings. Yeah, tattoos. Covered in like bindings and shit.
Good one.
So it's just like, you know, singing about like, I don't know, black hair and like with flowers all dotted through it and like just like burning bright red tattoos. And I'm like, wait a minute.
What's it like seeing a like image of yourself as described in a bard's story?
I don't think that the image would be specifically colored, just because I don't think that they would really have too many colors of spores. So it wouldn't be super accurate to the color, but like the details would be.
So
I thought it was in the brain. Like it affects your like.
No, but what Jade's describing is even cooler. It's like a cinema screen, right? Like you look in the spores and you kind of see the shape of it.
Yeah.
That's very cool and spooky.
So it's just like, okay, yeah. So if it's just like a gesture of color, like bright red with the bright eyes and like just surrounded by black, and I'm like, wait, like the 2 dots in the middle look shockingly close to mine. Fuck. Yeah.
Bud, how did you learn this tale? Is it directly from the mouth of an eyewitness, another bard? Do you piece this story together from multiple versions?
Pieced from multiple versions. Definitely that one. It's definitely
Okay.
multiple things various people have talked about, because obviously with all the bindings she looks interested, like she stands out basically. And
Okay.
so it's kind of easy to like get the like be like, oh, this is probably the same person. And so yeah, that's where
Okay. I'm gonna pop these prompts for telling the tale and the other thing into the spreadsheet if I can remember how to do it. There you go. Go to Bud's Tale tab and the Telling a Tale and Interruptions tab. There. The Telling a Tale and Interruptions prompts are there. You take turns. It doesn't say who goes first. So
Okay.
you guys fucking fight it out. I don't know.
the spores make like a like lots of flowers falling from the sky around the what Taro believes to be her her character in the story. So like lots of flowers, but they kind of look like they're on fire.
Was
Hello?
that one of the point? Oh, sorry. I was like looking at the dramatic. So like, it's just like an image of like fire and
Like the
flowers?
flowers falling from the sky look like they're on fire.
Taro's just confused because she doesn't recall ever. Oh no! Wait, no. I know what I want to do. Which part of the story is it for the little shroom bard?
Is that? Oh, that's what you're asking?
Yeah, because it has like most popular part, dramatic flourish.
The spores kind of like settle, but then it shows like phases of the moon kind of, and it does like a phase of the moon like it goes towards the end of the phase of the moon.
So like just like a bunch of time passing.
It's like the end of the story because it's like closer to the end of the phase of the moon.
Oh. Okay, so like burning flowers taking place near the end of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Flowers on fire. Okay, I want to say that it's like this part of the tale is the least favorite. I want to say because Taro, after like one of the like saddest parts of it is she had grown this like one garden like ages ago, just filled with exotic flowers, and she had tried to allow like people to come across and like use it for tonics and potions, and then one day somebody just lit it on fire. It just caught fire and everything was gone.
What part of the story was a tearjerker? How long ago did the events take place? When did they actually take place?
You don't have to pick something that is explicitly from this
Okay.
list, but it will if it helps, do the helpful thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm just so I'm just because like I can't really ask questions because I'm a plant creature.
You can ask questions as a player and then describe what your creature does, right? Like you can narrate what's happening.
But so what dramatic flourish have you added to please the audience? Okay, what is the most popular part of the story that everyone agrees upon? So it's probably the story kind of like the story basically goes that the garden was like suddenly, it wasn't like over time, it was like suddenly a burst of garden. Instead of like cultivating it over time, it was this demon person just like popped a garden into existence. That's the one that everybody agrees is what happened and they believe too. And that's like the most popular part because the spores make it really pretty. It like basically the floor and ground and all the area looks like flowers are growing out of it.
And I want to say that it like Taro just kind of chuckles because it definitely didn't happen overnight. It was like lots and lots of cultivation. Like she can sprout when she has the seeds for it. She can't just like create everything new. So it just she was just like, I guess it makes my endeavor look that much more effortless. All the time that I spent. I want to say Taro just find herself like telling unconsciously word for word in sync with the bard one of the tales for the what would be like a good I want to say like people's amazement. Like there was like a famous poem or like part of the verse was like quoting somebody that had like talked about the beauty of her little glade. So like she always liked to repeat that word for word because at that point it had meant a lot to her for somebody to like acknowledge her feats instead of the fact that she's just like big spooky red branded demon.
I have a question. Did this happen before F Sharp knew you? Is it something you would have told F Sharp about?
Yeah, I want to say like probably would have told about, especially if like she had let F Sharp into her house because like again
Okay.
it was like a secret garden.
I think like part of the way through the song, F Sharp gets the octo bass out and like adds
Ooh, some more music.
like extra bass line to the song. This song now
That's so sweet.
vibrates people because that's what the octopass does.
Just like bellowing out of the boat, just like the whole trees are shaking. Just boom.
It's more like or at least based on what I've seen, it's like if you were stood right next to a speaker during a concert.
Yeah.
Like you can feel it.
That must be like really challenging to play.
Yes.
I want to say my bard definitely likes that because they're not used to having like
accompaniment.
Yeah, like especially not like a 4D accompaniment. Got to get those vibrating seats.
Cinema 4D. Sorry, carry on with like the mini game. Or you can end the tale anytime because you've done 2.
Yeah, I think ending it now is fine.
Okay, but what is the epilogue of the tale? Does it have a moral to convey? Adventurer, what happened after that no one else could have known? Are you happy with how the story was told?
The tale is spreading or the moral that that my mushroom bard tries to spend is don't spread yourself too thin and like give away all of your stuff basically.
Don't stretch too thin.
Tara, what happened after that no one else could have known? Are you happy with how the story was told?
I want to say Tara's happy with how the story was told, but the part that like she hasn't told anybody is that she found out who the person was, and it was somebody that like, it was like their partner, somebody that they thought that they could trust, that just like sold them out because somebody else didn't want the competition of rare flowers and like botany. So she just like watched it, and it was just because of somebody that she thought she had trusted.
Okay. Mini games. We've got Market Day and a distinguished guest left. And I think we aren't going to have time for both, so we should pick one.
I have an idea for who the guest could be if we like it.
Okay, go.
I was thinking that you know, the Ursat's mayor of the town is going to come and visit our tavern, and I was going to have him be like a really bizarre half dwarf, half ent hybrid. So he's like a little tiny bearded tree man, but he's the best at taking care of trees. He's like the greatest arborist anyone has ever seen. And because, you know, most of the village and surrounding areas like highly reliant on the health of the trees and the forest and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's kind of
keeps getting voted in.
Yeah. Assuming we do voting, yeah, he wins every time. Even though he's a weird crotchety tree man.
It's the timeline if the Green Party won.
Doesn't no, mayors can be appointed, right? They don't have to be voted in. Anyway, this is we're getting off track. So, a distinguished guest. Let me. Someone important is in town, and they're almost here. The tavern has to be at its best for this guest. After all, they might leave a generous tip. As a group, you figure out a few details about the important guest, where do they come from, how important are they, have you heard of them before, which, like, I think we're all good on this, right? It's the mayor of the town, we know them because they're the mayor, we've probably seen them around before, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say he lives in, like, the biggest tree. He's got, like, a huge tree mansion and a big tree.
In fact, I'm pretty sure when we were improving the tavern, somebody probably had to go and fucking petition the mayor.
Do our boat paperwork, yeah.
I mean, specifically where we were like, we're going to haul this other boat up and hang it under our boat and build a farm there. I'm pretty sure you would ask the mayor first.
That's a zoning nightmare right there.
One player will play the guest, which I assume will be Daryl, because they described the guest.
Sure, okay.
Other players are challengers, at least one for each challenge. Each challenge tests one of your tavern ratings.
Ooh.
I assume Taro will take the cuisine challenge on account of being the chef.
Yeah.
Then there's the atmosphere challenge and the service challenge. We just want to go through these the order they are in the book.
Sure, I have no objections.
Okay. Cuisine challenge. Challenger, describe your preparations for this special meal. You'll probably need several courses and something that highlights local products. In order to pass the challenge, you'll need to flip a coin. You get a number of attempts equal to your cuisine rating. If any challenger has an experience that they used in the scene, you get one extra attempt.
If permissible, I'm going to go ahead and say that this character is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
If permissible, sure. It's a tabletop game.
What if you have strong objections to that? Being like, no, we need meat dishes.
Have lots of plants.
You just
Ryan, I'm streaming.
Just be like, is everyone okay with this? Is it all right?
I don't know. That's essentially the same meaning. as what
Is
I said.
anybody bugged by the air conditioner in the back?
Can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. You could have
Can you
asked
turn it
though.
up?
Okay, cool.
So you flip, and then you're just going to describe, I guess, yeah, describe your preparations, and then flip, and then we're going to describe either a good or bad outcome based on the results of the flip.
Okay, so am I doing per course, or am I just doing it like all together, and then I get like what 3 tosses because we're level 2, 2 tosses.
2 tosses. You could do 3 tosses if you use one of your experiences.
Okay, one of my town experiences, right?
Either. You can use just an experience, so you can use a town experience or an adventure experience.
Well, I don't think various animal forms is gonna help me here, so
I'm going to cook myself.
I'm gonna do clean cut. No, I'm gonna do parts unknown specifically because like I just grabbed my little cue cards for all of our animal parts because I was gonna try to figure out like where to stick each one. Oh, these are meat. I don't want meat. Yeah, so just roll 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as you get heads, then we pass. So you can stop as soon as you get
Okay,
heads.
so boop.
Shit.
Oh no. Boop.
Okay,
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Okay.
your preparations is you're using the different monster parts and things.
Yeah.
Okay.
And highlighting the local products, so highlighting the local wine.
Okay.
Because we did get our special poison berry wine.
Yes.
That is totally not poisonous right now.
If one of your coin flips comes up heads, you passed. The guest player describes what they most enjoyed about the meal.
Ooh.
Shut up.
What? That's a character throat clear right there. What are you talking about?
How very method. Get the fuck on with it.
Yeah, I'm all about the method. I was particularly impressed by the rarity of the ingredients and your respect for local produce. He's an old crotchety bastard.
I like this person. Okay, so you got the atmosphere challenge and the service challenge, and I guess the atmosphere challenge is F sharp, right?
Oh yeah, because you'd be playing music.
Yeah, sure.
Well, the other option is if you want to be Jarek doing the atmosphere challenge, if you think that that's interesting.
Nah.
But I think this falls with me. Describe what you do to make the tavern look and feel welcoming. Are there special decorations? Do you hire local musicians? And I think we've got the Mushroom Man back in.
Oh yeah, Mushroom Man would be up for it.
We got the Mushroom Man back in to tell the tale of like the something the mayor has done. Did the mayor like found the town or something?
Oh yeah. Let's. Oh man, this is.
Or something like there was a really sacred tree that they saved. With
yeah, I'm gonna say that the mayor is broken off as a piece of the original tree. And somehow got dwarven DNA into him, but let's not worry about that part too much.
So a dwarf fucked a tree.
Yeah, that may an ancient dwarf may indeed have copulated with a living tree, but we're not gonna focus on that too much.
Okay.
Also, you probably hates it when you focus on that.
Are there special decorations? I don't know. I don't think so.
The spores from the music are the special decoration.
I think that like if he's a crotchety old man, it's actually just to like make the whole place seem very homely and welcoming. So it's like everything service is the way service always is, but like everything's turned up to 100 in like everything goes really smoothly and really well and everyone's really friendly. But there's nothing, you know, being like, oh wow, you're a really unique and special guest, aside from having this bard in to do this performance. Okay, I need to flip a coin. I need to flip atmosphere coins, which I think is 2.
Oh,
Three
Oh, yeah, we
atmosphere
didn't make
coins. I think I'm going to use my town experience, smell the flowers, a keen nose, a mastery of scents, which I guess would be for the atmosphere of the tavern. Yeah,
That
that's
makes
it.
sense, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I use my town experience mastery of scents, smell the flowers to pick like some really nice smelling flowers and smells to go in the tavern. So now I flip 4 times. 1, 2,
Yikes.
3,
Yikes.
4.
Okay,
Ooh,
good.
I'm glad I fucking popped that extra thing now.
Oh,
Fucking
that would have been rotten luck.
1 in 4 chance. Actually, that's not that rotten. Like 25%.
Yeah, I can't remember math that well.
No, wait, it's more than that. Anyway,
It's definitely worse than that. I think.
no, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. So we do the thing. The thing says heads. If one of your coin flips comes up heads, you pass. Guests. The guest describes a special memory that they will always have of their stay.
Your clever usage of mushroom spores reminds me of being birthed from the elder tree and landing in a patch of fungus.
It's because you're such a fun guy, man.
The mushroom thumbs up.
Jarek and F sharp high five.
Always had a great respect for the fungal folk.
Alright, service challenge. This is you.
Good old ink.
It's gonna be Ink's greatest challenge yet. Describe how you organize the NPCs so everything goes smoothly. Who is in charge of what?
Okay, so we definitely need to Jarek to do something. I should write this down. Jarek proves himself by dealing with he brings the stuff to the table. He does not drop anything. Thankfully, he proved himself. He's like, "Come on, give me a chance. I can do this." And since Blegolos is working with us, his task is to make sure nobody comes in a certain entrance that nobody would use anyway. Especially far away from Scruffles. Definitely far away from Scruffles.
Legolas of Windfall can stay on watch for days on end.
And I don't know. He doesn't really have anything to like. Taro knows what she's doing. F sharp knows what she's doing. And I want to say he dresses up in a little fancy waiter suit. To be extra fancy for this and like
my
brings him
heart.
water. Yeah.
My heart. If this,
Yeah, so that's what I.
If there was a free-to-play game based on
I have to flip
this,
now, right?
the waiter's outfit is the microtransaction I'd spend too much money trying to get. Yes, you flip. Do you want to use one of your abilities?
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
You're gonna use your deadly poisons and their antidotes. Like, I poisoned them, Mayor, and if they don't say we did well.
Sure, I'll use the perfect gift as in knowing what to garnish the table with, like instead of having like a pot of flowers or anything, but like the basically the correct thing that he would enjoy. I would like Daryl to describe what he would enjoy on the table, though.
Oh, definitely a sick ass bonsai tree. That's
okay, a little bonsai tree. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Bonsai tree.
Oh, that's great because a bonsai tree is probably the sort of thing that only Taro could acquire. Not Taro, sorry, Ink. It's only the sort of thing only Ink could acquire.
Okay, so how many flips do I have?
I believe it's 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah, 3.
1,
Shit.
Fail.
2.
Pass.
Nice.
Hey!
Alright, heads. The guest describes an interesting conversation they have with someone at the tavern.
For most of my life, I have always despised cat people. They are deceptive, they're too quick, and they cannot be trusted. But you? You are one of the good ones. You have taught me to trust cat people.
Daryl, I hate you. I used to like this mayor and you've just ruined him.
Turned him into a racist.
Yeah.
He's a
Ah,
He's a
Jesus
magical
Christ. I should have expected it when you said they were a crotchety old man. Okay. If you pass 2 or more challenges, you succeed in impressing your guest. The guest describes a lavish gift they present to your tavern before they leave. This gift helps you instantly upgrade one of your tavern ratings.
Oh shit. Oh wait, just give me a moment here.
That's fine. Take your time.
Has to be tree related.
It could be mayor related. You could just, expedite our next 6 zoning permits. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have as many boats as you want.
Agreeing to never tear down the tavern for as long as he's mayor.
I mean, that's less a gift and more a sort of, veiled threat of, if I stop being mayor, all bets are off.
Vaguely in character. I will grant you permanent access to the ancient ancestral tree on the edge of town. Every day it produces a new fruit. Only you will have access to this tree for at least 3 months.
I'm sure Taro will be excited about that.
Honestly,
yeah, Taro is ecstatic.
that didn't sound that great, but then I think about it, three months of different fruit every single day is actually a pretty serious boon.
Yeah, you could have a pretty sick smoothie of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, we could basically use this to update either cuisine or service, right?
Yeah.
Or atmosphere if we want to really, really reach. But I think cuisine is the most likely, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cuisine 3, plenty of room to move around. Brand new cookware, a well-stocked spice cabinet. I assume we just do these upgrades because we're getting a lot more business because we've got these cool fucking fruit dishes going on.
Yeah.
Are we sneaky? Are we sneaky and we've got this fruit now and we're like, hey friendly, you're a wizard with a farm. You think we can grow some of this shit ourselves? Like,
Friendly would love the shit out of that.
Disrupt the local economy.
I can do you one better, actually. If you want me to start growing one of those trees down in the lower ship, I could do that for you.
all right, illegal tree growing. Great. Now F Sharp is growing 2 illegal trees, not 1. All right.
If I get in trouble about it, I could always just make him forget.
F Sharp pretends they didn't hear that part. All right. I don't think we have time to play Market Day. And I think we should do In the Rhythm of Things.
Yeah.
We're nearly all done, right? I have 1 adventuring experience left, and Taro has 1. Does everyone have 1? All right.
Yeah, I've got one adventure left.
All right. Well, that's at least has nice
Wait.
symmetry to it.
Don't we need to fill them? Because
We're supposed to, but I just want to round this game out tonight.
Okay, because I have 2 left still.
You have Adder's Fangs? The other two are ticked. Lightfoot and Nimble Fingers.
You super missed your opportunity to poison the fucking man.
That's because we didn't realize he was a racist until the end of the meal. If that had been at the start, I'd be like, just fucking poison this asshole.
He wouldn't do that.
No, I
Nobody
He's
wouldn't.
too much of a good boy.
Nobody insults Ink.
Ink doesn't mind. It's like that thing where it's just like he's cool with it, but nobody else is like, don't call yourself fat kind of thing.
I just picture he doesn't understand it's an insult.
All
He's
right.
like, why are you saying I'm sneaky?
Is everyone ready to play in the rhythm of things? Oh,
Sure.
we should do memories first. Because it will be important for in the rhythm of things. So does anyone have any memories with other adventurers that they would like to record?
A racist grandpa called Ink, one of the good ones. For Also, a
F-sharp.
cool bard showed up and played some weird
Yeah, that's what
visual music.
I'm adding for F-sharp is like played a duet. Ah!
that was horrible.
Tale of Taro's Garden. Fungi Bard. A Mycelia Bard. Does everyone just call the bard Celia because it's Mycelia?
Yeah, that's acceptable.
There we go.
Aww. If you
Ah.
merge the cells
It's not
together,
good.
then it'll go like that. Boop.
So I can just type here now.
Yep. Aww. Friendly, do you have a new memory to record?
Looks like he is.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one for this session. I don't think.
Okay.
Friendly
I don't think Tony
did.
did.
But we
Yeah,
didn't have like a lot of friendly stuff this session.
Yeah, no, I spent a lot of my time as Legolas, really.
Yeah. You should make
Your true
Hey,
your
I didn't
true
bring that.
calling.
This time wasn't me.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Alright, in the rhythm of things, time passes, rough edges are sanded down. Before you know it, life in town has become like breathing. You gather in your favorite part of the tavern and wonder where the time has gone. Set up. This is the last game. Everyone plays. Everyone describe a habit that your character has picked up from living in this town to start. Then proceed to the ending questions.
I mean, I've got one if I may.
Yeah, go.
Friendly has developed a habit of severing large fruits above the heads of passersby and then making them disappear right before they land, or just like teleporting them somewhere else.
That does sound like Friendly.
It's a bit more of a mean-spirited prank, that one.
I think Ink just does more like quests and enjoys doing I think Ink does the egg quest quite often.
The flawless egg quest.
Yeah, the flawless egg quest that nobody sees fail.
I think that one day, I don't know who sees this. Somebody sees it happen, so that it's not people asking weird questions about it. But one day, somebody comes into the tavern, and F Sharp gives them their instrument. to take away, and they get like a regular fucking cello.
Oh.
No, they're
Oh.
still the bard. They're just like, I don't need a fucking magical monster fighting instrument anymore. I just want to play a regular musical instrument. But like their new habit is that they play a lot more and they play for fun and
Aw,
they enjoy it.
that's cute.
Taro will now wave and like kind of say hello to the villagers she passes on her way to work, and she's actually started sharing her flowers with like more people. So she just eventually like sets up a little like public garden among the trees.
Aw.
So she just
Alright.
develops a new habit of taking care of a new garden.
Take turns asking each other questions. The person who asks is the next person to ask someone a question. Come up with your own or use the questions below. The game is over when everyone has been asked twice. The questions are, what was the hardest part of fitting into the town? Who helped you the most as you acclimated? What is your favourite memory of building up the tavern? What surprised you the most about living in the town? What is the best dish you remember eating that one of you made? What is the worst dish that you remember eating that one of you made? Where is your favourite place in town? What do you miss about adventuring? What do you not miss about adventuring? With the tavern running smoothly, what do you spend more time doing for yourself? And what touch have you added to the place? What touch have you added to make the place you live feel like home? And as per usual, I will put this into.
Are we asking this like as if the adventurers are asking each other, or are we asking this as players asking each other?
I think you can frame it whichever way you would prefer. The rules don't explicitly say, you have to frame this as a scene.
I think
Okay,
it'd be
well,
celebrating like 10 years or something, or having like a party.
I want to ask not as Ink, but just as a player.
Oh, you know what? That's fair.
Esty, who's your favorite NPC? Or who's Taro's favorite NPC?
Okay, so Taro's favorite person.
Yeah.
Taro's
Because
favorite.
it is still about our
Yeah.
characters, but just like I don't think Ink would ever ask like, who's your favorite person, because Ink will just like be sad if it's not them, kind of thing.
Well, favorite NPC, not favorite player character. So.
Yeah, but how does a character ask that? I guess who's our favorite? Who's your favorite guest?
Yeah, that's fair. But I do want to say, Taro's favorite was probably Jarek Toughfist, just because like as he came to work at the store, like at the tavern, and like helping out and being like just just a calming presence was just nice to have around.
Yeah, he was pretty calming for a Minotaur.
Carol introduced a lot of chaos, and then I introduced a lot of Daryl chaos. So like I just picture Taro just being like, "There's so many loud people," and then just this quiet Minotaur. I want to say for Friendly, who helped you the most like accumulate to the town?
Oh, yeah, wait.
Yeah, who helped you the most as you acclimated?
Man, it feels like cheating to do a character I never interacted with. It was definitely Chime. It's good to have one of the old gods around. You never value too much a friend from the past.
So I have to draw. I haven't drawn Chime yet.
Oh my god, this explains so much.
My God.
Like the crow god was helping you settle into the town. And that's why you're just like continuing to fuck with people.
the ancient old god's a little more up on the matters of men than I am. See where you cheek 12.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't give it a name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I am going to go for F sharp, and I'm going to ask, what do you miss about adventuring?
Oh, this is hard. I think nothing. F sharp doesn't miss adventuring.
Ooh, that's an interesting answer.
They think for a long time about it. Like, like the pause is like uncomfortably long whilst they think about it, and they're like, I don't think I miss anything really.
What was I doing?
I think if I hadn't just previously described this thing about how they got rid of their cool battle instrument and started playing a regular instrument, it would have been a different answer. Okay. Oh yeah, I want to ask Taro.
Sure.
And I feel like we're close enough that I can ask this question now. What was the worst dish you remember eating that you made? Oh no, it says sorry, that one of you made. So Taro.
Taro think. Oh, you're asking Taro,
Yeah,
not
I'm asking
Ink.
Taro.
Sorry, for some reason I was Ink.
Oh shit.
I feel like it'd be torture to ask Ink what the worst thing they ate was.
Yeah, cause like, could it just be any dish, or like just the two that we made?
No, it could be anything that the one of the player characters would have made. Probably at some point, Friendly has been like, try this dish, it definitely doesn't have poison berries in it.
Won't kill you, and if it does, I can bring you back.
I want to say that one time she ate an incredibly hot, like stir fry that Friendly had given. Like, it was so hot that like fire started erupting from her mouth, and he was like, "I need to see if you were fireproof, since you're a demon."
Outside's fireproof, inside's not.
So yeah, it's just her being like, "Ooh, that's hot," and just like on fire.
Trying to figure out your specifics.
Okay, so I'm gonna loop it back then. So I want to say, F sharp, where is your favorite place in town?
Oh, I know what my favorite place of town is. It's the trees where we play the sports ball. It's the tree sports ball court.
That's great.
I think that F Sharp's a lot more into that now and is becoming like a better player. Alright, I need to ask a question. I need to ask Friendly or Ink. Friendly, with the tavern running smoothly, what do you want to spend more time doing for yourself?
Ooh, yeah, okay. If I'm to be honest with you, I think the best thing to do for myself is just to keep this place running for as long as possible. I know there is one day where this ship will be nothing but wood mulch. And before that happens, I want to keep it running for as long as I can. It's very comfortable here.
You're not gonna come back as a ghost ship.
Ooh, I like that idea.
Become ghost.
Ooh, that sounds like fun, actually.
Smash cut to 500 years in the future.
Floating evil ghost ship.
Neptune's pride just like haunting.
That would be sick as shit, though. Like a ghost ship that rolls into town that's actually a tavern.
Someone come out for some food, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Sustain yourself on the memory of lost dishes. I am going to go for ink, and I'm going to ask, what touch have you added to make the place feel like you live it, or make the place you live feel like home?
He would probably just say like the glass he put up before, but secretly the real answer is when nobody's looking, he scratches on walls and stuff, like scratching posts. So there's like certain places where there's like scratches.
Oh, that's
He'd never admit it though.
that's
He'd
the
never admit
worst.
it.
In like the last upgrade minigame, we were like replacing the wooden pillars on the walls with scratch marks.
It's not like everywhere. It's just like little.
No, in like
little,
specific places.
probably in like hidden places.
Yeah.
As to not get in trouble.
All right, that's just done. The game is over. I thought there was a memories thing we were supposed to do at the end, but it turns out I remembered wrong. Sorry about that. I like having that memories thing here though, because it's going to help me when I have to look back at this sheet later on. So we have 8 and a bit minutes left before the end of the show. What was the thing that we were talking about, and then we were like, we can talk about this later?
I know we were talking about the Votamajiggy on those TTRPGs.
Yes, yeah. Well, I do want to talk about that if that was the thing that it was. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was like, if anyone else remembers better what the specific thing might have been. But,
yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. So I know it was me going to talk about this later, but
okay.
I don't know.
I don't remember. It wasn't important.
For the particulars though, I am interested.
I was talking about the book. That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah,
the journal.
Oh yeah, the journal pages. So Esty, tell us about.
Oh, because I was just gonna say, like, we could sort it by category. So like with our NPCs and then our items, and then probably go through and like remember what all the things were, so we could have like a thing of like, oh, on this day we have the festival for the fruit, and you know, it's like a busy day, and just like writing small things like that, like a calendar diary with like noting in the back like a glossary of like the enemies and foods and stuffs.
Do you want to do we need to make like a hub of things that we're making for that?
That might be, if that's something everybody's interested in.
I like doing things.
Okay. I'm like at the moment right now, if we need like a list of things to go in the journal, it's like we can go to one place, which is the spreadsheet, but as of next week there'll be 2 places, and then as of the month after that there'll probably be 3 places, and we want to start potentially narrowing in on that. I'll give it some thought. But I'm down. What do we do with the pages? Like, I can put them in the stream on the intro thing, but like I feel like they should go somewhere, right?
Yeah, we could make like a little PDF book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking like everybody has a specific font and color that they'll write in, so it's easier to tell like which character's writing.
Yep. I like that.
And ironically, I already asked, well, not ironically, sorry, surprisingly, I asked Daryl, and he did not pick Comic Sans.
I might repick the F-Sharp font, because the one that I picked was just one I happened to have on my computer.
Yeah, just like whatever one you want to use.
The perfect one. So yeah, let's talk about the next game real quick.
I think the one that catches my eye the most would be Blood Cotillion.
Okay.
The third one?
Yeah.
Did you vote?
No.
You should vote.
Let's see if I can figure that out.
Just click the reaction button at the bottom.
I haven't looked at them at all, so I have no opinion.
Okay, well, let me give you the high level, which is the...
if you scroll down...
Okay, yeah. Alright.
The top one is Hawkers, which the base game is about adventurers selling stuff.
Oh, right, yeah, you're mentioning that.
I'm basically probably going to try and hack the Monster of the Week classes into it, and be like, we are. This is like a human world side game, not a cryptid world game, and we are humans who are trying to sell cryptid artifacts that are varying levels of genuineness. Like some of them might be real, and some of them might be fake.
How do you play that? You play as characters being like, oh yes, this is totally real, Shippy Eyes.
Yeah. You basically you generate.
So we make new NPC or new playable characters.
Yes, you'll make a character by picking. It's a lot like the characters we make for this, except you don't pick skills. You just have a class, and then if you do a roll, if the roll relates to your class, then you can roll 2 dice and take the highest.
Okay, that sounds pretty interesting.
And then we generate an item and some drawbacks with that item, and the drawbacks can be like, the owner's here, the cops are here, the item is very cursed. And try and sell it to people.
Okay, I'm into that.
And then the other 2 games, Blackheart and Blood Cotillion, these would also be a human side game, and one of them is Blackheart. I probably want to play eventually anyway, because you're basically playing as cultists trying to bring a creature, like an old god or creature, back. In our case, it would be like we're cryptid worshippers.
Okay.
And then Blood Cotillion is let me just go to the exact description, because I looked at this briefly and was just like, this is cool. A single night in a high society ball in a cursed corner of 18th century England, the players are formidable assassins disguised as husband hunting Ingenuins?
Is that ingenue? I think
ingenue? Okay. Who must root out the occult evil that lurks in the manor, destroy it, and ideally survive.
Ingenue, close enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, like, the Blood Cotillion and Blackheart are like, in Blackheart we would be the crazy cultists, and in Ingenue we would be battling probably the crazy cultists.
Okay. I like the cryptid selling thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just like the Victorian aesthetics, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
That's yeah.
We'll probably play all of them eventually, but the whichever one we don't pick now will probably be later, because I just decided I was picking the next game, which is why I put these 3 up, and I'm like,
I do really like the concept of us like creating items by like pulling out cards and like, oh well, this is how it's fucked up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then my other thing for games is that once we finish our second game, I might start a game of Microscope that we will run in parallel, because Microscope's about building out a timeline.
Okay.
So we might dip into the Microscope after finishing a one-shot and be like, how does this fit in to the big scheme of things? And like, maybe when we do that, we're like, oh, okay, these other events make sense to add to different parts of the timeline. And then that will create a hub around which we can hang everything. I'm making hand gestures and nobody can see it. It's so disappointing.
I'm trying to use my imagination.
Well, we're all going to be vaccinated soon.
Yeah.
Getting our first shot rounds.
Oh, we could play something in person. I also want to add a journal entry for the Session 0 game. I really want to do a SCP redacted entry for the obelisk.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I didn't leave time for this, but does anyone have anything they liked, disliked about playing Stewpot? That session.
Sometimes it was kind of hard to figure out what the goal of something was.
Yeah.
Yeah, directions are a little lacking sometimes.
I don't know. This one might be more on me, but I don't know. I find that it can just a lot of them can. I don't know. I just kind of would like to have more focus on like the main character we're playing. You know what I mean? Like in some instances, choosing a mini game will result in you necessarily playing as someone who's not your main character.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's cool sometimes, but it felt like I don't know.
I personally loved making NPCs. I loved it.
I'm sorry,
but yeah, Ink didn't get a lot of screen time because I was busy messing with NPCs.
There's a mechanic in Kingdom. I want to say Kingdom, where you have it's follow. You have a main character and a sub character, and then the sub characters are all the side NPCs. So it's like everyone gets more evenly fleshed out. But it's those games are more like ensemble games that it's about everyone, and there's less like main characters and side characters.
Right.
I wouldn't want to introduce that to Stewpot because Stewpot's already got too much like weird complexity where it doesn't need it, I think. It has a not evenly distributed complexity. But I'm not about to sit down and
that sounds fair. Yeah.
redesign. And is there anything based on the 2 games that we played now? Is there anything you guys would be looking for, interested in doing in future one-shots?
Like the reason I like Slice was because I liked coming up with things that I could draw later.
Okay.
I like just creating things, so.
Yeah, you guys like generating stuff,
Yeah.
right? What about you, Daryl? Not to put you on the spot, but I'm putting you on the spot.
What do I like? That's tough. I'm not really sure. Not sure.
You can also be like, I'd like to see less of this. Or I'm less interested in this.
No, I don't know. I just found with that specifically that like I don't know, Legolas is so fun to play as. I'm just gonna want to play as it. Like I for the most part I always know what Legolas is going to do. So that's what that specific thing was.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's just easy to just a lot of times be like, well, I know how Legolas would react in this situation. Easy peasy.
Spent so long being him.
Yeah, exactly.
I think like I don't know, if we're gonna approach that, it's like for each game we have the Legolas card, and once the rest of us have used that up, from then on Daryl is the only person who can do Legolas shit.
Yeah.
So that we're not constantly like pulling out his comfort character and being like, hey, you can do this, it's real easy.
Yeah. Bart say the line. Yeah.
But yeah, did you have something? Sorry, we got sidetracked by that. That's something more or less of. You initially seemed to struggle with coming up with details and things.
Oh yeah. Anything that's too close to improv is gonna be really hard for me for sure.
Is there a way for something that would help with that?
I don't know. I mean, like this game already had like tons of prompts and suggestions, generally speaking, which is usually a pretty good way to go with that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I pretty much just already outlined that. I don't know. Stewpot just seems to have a somewhat awkward balance of, because ostensibly like the whole thing is about developing your main character and shifting all those adventure experiences into town experiences, but then like a lot of the time like NPCs are can be a big part of the focus, which like doesn't do that. But that's pretty specific.
Yeah, I kind of wish for at least Slice that like at least the person doing the Slice should use an experience.
Yeah,
just like more focus on like using experience.
Yeah. But I don't know, like in general, what would I like to see? I'm not really sure what in specific.
Okay. What I'll try and do for the next game is for the session 0 stuff, where we have to build everything, I'll try and scout ahead and be like, here's the details we have to come up with, and try and summarize them in the Discord, so you at least know what you're getting yourself into a bit better.
Yeah, that might be.
It wouldn't have helped hugely with Stewpot because we had to establish the location together first before everything else started to come together. But
yeah.
I'm just if you can't suggest something, then I'm just going to try something until we find something that works. That
that sounds
makes
functional.
things a little smoother. There was a whole mini arc in one of the Friends at the Table seasons where the druid went away with the god of Hieron, which is the world that they play in, and they created new creatures together.
Interesting.
As just like an exercise of like, are you interested in this game universe still? Are you interested in adding things to this world still?
I see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. We run a little bit over time.
Slam that button.
Reveal the new thanks screen, which doesn't have a remember
Ooh.
to like and subscribe thing. I should.
We need to do call to action.
Yeah, I gotta add them CTAs. I'm gonna fill this with journal pages though. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be good.
Boost the engagement. Ooh.
Yeah, gotta get that engagement real high. Thanks for.
We need that engagement.
Thanks for watching our show. I hope you had as much fun as we did. I assume everyone else had fun. And come back next week where we're gonna play Hawkers.
Buttery Sims asks, how are they gonna remember to subscribe?
How am I gonna remember to like and subscribe?
You should get a tattoo. That's my recommendation.
Yeah, just like on the back of your hands, you always remember to smash the bell.
Yeah.
Smash that like.
Yeah. Just a huge tattoo of the bell. Just like boom.
Next week we're going to be playing Hawkers and we're going to be selling encrypted stuff. And it's going to be a good time.
How long do you think that game is? Like how many sessions?
Probably I think maybe 2. I don't think it's going to be as long as this was. I can't say for 100% because I've not actually read the rulebook yet. I've been listening to an actual play of it.
Oh yeah.
And they in 2 hours they set everything up and sold their first item.
Okay.
And I think we could do it, and we could sell like 2 things, and that would be enough to like establish it. And I think with that game, that is also something that we could pick it up again later, right? Like one of the nice things about one shots is we can pick up any of the threads from this game later if we want, right? Like, you know, if we want to see Ink as a fucking grizzled 60-year-old catboy veteran, we can do that.
Oh, let's do that. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit the
Punished Ink.
I'm gonna hit the end.